one of the most provocative things you can do is, first of all, the finger point in the chest.
Yes.
This woman on a flight bound for Florida here, she lights up a cigarette on the airplane. What? So as the plane was making its way on the taxiway toward the terminal on Tuesday, according to a video which was recorded by a passenger on the flight, she's lighting up on the airplane.
That's an old school, bold move.
Yeah. Alexa Majdalawi. Oh, my God. Majdalawi. Majdalawi, 31 years old, was sitting directly behind the woman on a Spirit Airlines flight. Of course it was Spirit. From Detroit to Fort Lauderdale. When they landed around midnight on Tuesday, the plane took an hour to make its way to the gate, during which time the passenger pulled out a cigarette. Well, first of all, how the hell can a plane land at midnight and take an hour to get to the flipping gate? I mean, I can't believe there was a ton of traffic at midnight at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. Airport code, FLL. I mean, I can't imagine that.
That stuff happens. You never know what.
Well, they might have been missing ground crew, or maybe they didn't have the personnel to accept the flight. I've had that. You know, you pull there and like, so the pilot's like, we don't know. We've got no gate crew here. I've had that. I've sat for like 20, 30 minutes and like, yeah, we're trying to find a gate crew to take the flight in. It's like, what? So the woman literally takes out a cigarette, starts smoking on the flight.
Is that such a big deal? They've already landed.
So the other passenger, 31-year-old Alexa Majdalawi, she says she's got asthma.
Of course.
And she said, is this for real? Then the lady starts smoking it in her face. So I think that this Alexa must have been complaining or giving kind of like the huff, you know, the... And so the smoker decides to kind of step up the action and starts blowing the smoke in her face. Man, that's a very provocative move. You know, that's a really provocative move. You know, if you want to really if you're in a heated argument with somebody, one of the most provocative things you can do is, first of all, the finger point in the chest.
Yes.
The finger, you know, you know, you point, you just start tapping somebody right in the chest or on the sternum, man. Or, you know, put your finger in their face, like an inch away from their eyeball.
You're
or their
asking to get punched.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this is right in line with that, is blowing smoke in the person's face. And that's what happened here.
I'm thinking that maybe she didn't think she was on a trip to Fort Lauderdale, but rather a trip in a time machine back to the 1950s when you could smoke on planes.
Exactly. Well, no, you could smoke on planes up until like in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, there was smoking section on the airplane back in the 80s.
The section, the smoking section.
Seriously, there was. So, hey, Fessa, look up when smoking ended on U.S. flights, just out of curiosity. So as the woman was smoking, this woman alerted the flight crew, but she says the flight crew on Spirit refused to do anything. Apparently, it would be $20 if you want the flight crew to stop. It's an extra charge on Spirit if you want the flight crew to step in and stop somebody from smoking. Yeah, that'll be $20.
The flight crew was smoking. They're like, cool. What do you want us to do about it?
They had a big bong going on Spirit.
Yeah, it was 1988.
So they told her that she could move to the back of the plane if she wanted to. Wait a minute. No, you can't smoke. Why didn't the Spirit Airlines flight crew say you can't smoke on the plane?
Isn't it? What's the penalty for using a cigarette on a plane?
It's illegal.
Right,
it is,
right. So why wouldn't they step in?
It's a federal law, and you can't smoke in the bathroom or tamper with the smoke detectors. $10,000 fine.
You got to remember, these flight attendants aren't law enforcement officers. You know, they're like, hey, listen, whatever, people, we'll be off soon.